I'm so sorry. I think I was been mute. I'm so sorry once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mahzabin Firdaus, welcoming you all to the fourth episode of the interview series of the Superbrands of Bangladesh. Superbrands, the UK-based independent authority on branding, promotes the discipline of branding and pays tribute to exceptional brands all over the world. Superbrands has been successfully publishing a prestigious series of books which identifies and pays tribute to the strongest brands in the world. Although the concept began in the UK in 1994, it has now spread across the world in 88 countries. Superbrands Bangladesh this year has identified and honored the most powerful brands of Bangladesh for the period of the next 2 years. The objective of Superbrands Bangladesh is to select brands that have been successful in Bangladesh with their strong market presence and great reputation. Brands that are considered to have excelled in their particular fields and stand out from the average. Superbrands Bangladesh has honored 40 brands for the year 2020 and 2021. We'll be having a discussion with these super brands every week. The objective of the show is to be more affiliated with these brands so that we can know what made them the super brands of Bangladesh. Without further delay, let us introduce our discussions of today. We have with us Moutushi Kabir, Director Communications, Learning and Leadership Development, BRAC. A warm welcome, Apu. Then we have Khandakar Shamim Rahman, General Manager Marketing, SMC Enterprise Limited.
Hi.
Welcome, Bhaiya. And last but not the least, we have Sajjad Hasib, Chief Marketing Officer, Grameen Phone Limited.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello, everyone.
Walaikum Assalam. Hi. Assalamualaikum, Bhaiya. So it is today's episode has been very, very special to me as a marketing professional because in this particular episode, the three brands are representing from the three pioneer brands from their particular field itself. So without further delay, I want to have our conversation started first with our Moutushi Apu regarding the BRAC itself. I have been reading and most of us know the glorious journey and history of BRAC itself, post-liberation, how Sir Fazli Hassan Abed KCMC has started the journey from a relief center to the glorious BRAC center it is now. So, Apu, will you please share some stories to the viewers today?
Thank you so much, Mahzabin, and thank you to our listeners for watching us today as well. So all of you know, I guess that BRAC started in 1972 in northeastern Bangladesh in a very small village called Shalla. And our founder, Sir Fazli Hassan Abed, came back to Bangladesh after liberation, and seeing the devastation in the country, he really wanted to rebuild the country and gather a team to rebuild the nation as well. So that's how BRAC started. Over the last 49 years, we have grown from Bangladesh to be a leading global South development organization in the world. In 2002, we first started our international operation in Afghanistan. And currently, BRAC operates in 11 countries in Asia and Africa, reaching lives of over 100 million people worldwide. We have been also awarded the #1 development organization in the world for fifth time by Geneva-based independent media organization, NGO Advisor. So I think it's a really proud moment, not for an organization, but for Bangladesh as a whole, because BRAC itself talks about a very unique development approach of working with communities, coming up with solutions which are rooted in the lives of the people and rooted to the grassroots. So I'll end here, and I'm sure we'll have more opportunities to talk about BRAC.
Yes, certainly, Apu. It has been so much inspiring story because BRAC's programs and schemes has been actually adapted throughout the world, different countries. We'll learn more about it in the next set of conversation we have with you. Next, we would like to move on to Shamim Bhai. That is another, we'll talk about the contraceptive sector of this. And SMC has been pioneer for the last 46 years, ranging to different product ranges to the consumers as per the target groups and innovations itself, and achieved a lot more. And in coming times, they have different plans and also to this sector. So, Bhaiya, would you please share some bit of history of SMC today with our viewers?
Sure. Thank you. It's been an honor to be here with all our respected guests and with Mahzabin. I must thank the viewers also. It's a great honor to be a part of SMC as well. As Moutushi Appa was, telling about BRAC, how it got started right after liberation. SMC also started its journey almost 50 years back, I think in 74. So it's been almost 47 years of glorious years of SMC. I mean, it started in a war-torn country, with hell lot of people. Like, I think I forgot the number when what was it back in 74, few crores, I guess, but still was very populated. And that time, it was a big issue and the major concern. So we needed to address the issue. So SMC started marketing contraceptives, especially condoms and then pills. So those are taboo back then. I mean, I heard from our colleagues who were there before, working in the field, how they, got almost beaten up, when they were trying to market condom, talking about condom, the sex education, all this stuff, in a country where we had so many issues to deal with. So it was a very interesting journey, and SMC has been spearheading in this sector. I think we have done a lot. We have done behavior change communication. We have taken a lot of innovative approach, to address the issue, and I think we have been very successful. We also have done social marketing, commercial marketing, brand communication to inspire people to use condoms. We successfully averted, I think, more than few crores of unwanted pregnancies. So I think it is all linked to also the SDG goals our nation has. So I can proudly say that our activities, our all these achievements are very much strongly linked with, and also had a very huge impact on the huge impact on building this nation. And finally, SMC has been also pioneering in diarrheal management. Diarrhea was a #1 killer back then. So we also saved millions of lives, I think crores of lives, under 5 children, adults. And also I'm a big fan of BRAC here. Salute to Sir Abed. I had an opportunity to meet him once. So I think BRAC and SMC both have been globally also applauded for its contribution. And SMC also, amongst all these achievements, a lot of people don't know about it. We have been world's one of the 2 largest contraceptive marketing programs in the world. So it's a great pride of the nation as well, being just, I think, #1 or #2 in the entire world. So we have been very, very successful, particularly in family planning and popularizing the contraceptive use in the country. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. For the record, for our viewers, SMC Enterprise has averted 20 million unintended pregnancies, 2 million deaths of children under 5, and 186 million disability-adjusted life years till June 2019. The numbers are so fascinating and so inspiring. We'll learn more about this enterprise in the next set of conversations we have with Shamim Bhai. Last but not the least, we have Sajjad Bhai, the Chief Marketing Officer from Grameenphone. It's another pioneer brand in its industry, telco industry. It started its journey in 1997 to then millennium years that has done a lot of tremendous innovations. The entire communication has been evolved through this brand. So our viewers are eager to learn a bit of history from you, Sajjad Bhai, Grameenphone's journey to our country.
Thank you, Mahzabin Apu. I think it's a great pleasure to talk about the brand amongst the big brands like BRAC and SMC. As you covered, Grameenphone began its journey on 26th March 1997. We had a vision of empowering the rural Bangladesh the rural population. We started with an initiative called Polyphone, if you remember, and the initiative was to empower the rural women of Bangladesh through on this Polyphone by providing this connectivity at the rural villages. I think that was the essence of the brand when it started. That we wanted to really empower Bangladesh, and till then we had been true to our vision, developing the infrastructure of network, connecting the population of Bangladesh from Tetulia to Teknaf across. And the power of this technology is it is so much related to the people's lives, the development of the nation, the customers evolution, the business evolution, the economy, that we are so passionate about this empowering society, which is our vision. And till then, in the last 2 decades, we had been committed to this vision to develop Bangladesh, develop the people of Bangladesh through the power of connectivity. The beauty of this industry is it is so much related to our everyday life. The beauty and the dynamism of the technology that people can do with it is immense. And we are seeing that Bangladesh is one of the most fastest adapting this technology, and we are already covering the entire nation of Bangladesh population and geography with 4G, and that empowers the population and the economy to a tremendous level. One of the major aspects of this brand is we being the pioneer of this 2G, 3G, and 4G technology. We had the privilege or the opportunity to educate the people of Bangladesh with the technology. When we came with voice, I mean, we covered the entire Bangladesh, and the people got benefited through with connectivity power. And then we covered the rural Bangladesh with the highest number of towers, and that empowered the villages to come into the economy. And then the internet came, and then fastest internet came, 3G, and then 4G, all these. And now we are working with all the digital partners in the ecosystem to bring convenience for the brand. And as I told you, that the power of this technology is it is concurrent, it is contextual, it is personalized and related to people's life. I'll give you one example, and then I will hand it over to you, Mahzabin. Is basically recently we launched a service which is this vaccine registration in our MyGP app, which is our service app. An enormous response from the customers, because Bangladesh, many customers are not, or the population is not at all aware about so many services that we have across. But the telecom, it covers, and we today covered the 82 million customer base. And on the blink of an eye, this Surakha the vaccine registration is available at your fingertips. An enormous response. This is just we launched recently. So that's the power of technology, and we are so passionate about developing Bangladesh with the power of technology.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya. Moving on to Moutushi. I have been lucky enough to work with one of the BRAC sister concerns when I used to work. So Moutushi, the BRAC has this beautiful philosophy of internally and externally to have this empathetic services or the innovative products has been developed through decades and decades. It has come from the Sajjad himself towards the below the pyramids, whichever, because I know that for the fact Sajjad has been called Bhai, and there's all of them are Appa and Bhais, and the field workers going to the fields, they have this empathy carrying to help assist the microfinancing throughout the nation, pan Bangladesh. So the targeted approach has always been so innovative, so inspiring, that has been adopted across the different worlds. So would you please share how does it work, and how does it in the decades of time scalable towards Bangladesh and also to the world?
Thank you, Mahzabin. What a great question. Let me start with a quote by Abed Bhai, as we call him. In his one of the most inspiring quote that I find of him is, when people realize that they have the power to turn around their own lives, as if a light gets turned on. So the whole philosophy that differentiates BRAC from other development organization is this immense faith in people's dignity and people's agency to turn their lives around. So BRAC is built on this premise that we don't never call ourselves a charity. Never call ourselves a aid organization, because our model is to partner with the communities, is to partner with our frontline workers who give us energy and insights, and all the solutions that BRAC propagates is jointly designed and developed with the community that we work in. I'll give you some examples. The BRAC schools that we run, the school management committee is actually formed by people from the same community, the parents, the opinion leaders. When we go into water sanitation and hygiene, we form again local committees who take ownership of their solution. So that's how BRAC is built. So how it's differentiated and why it can scale is this really very grounded and practical approach. There is a very great example of grounded innovation, or frugal innovation as we call it. As we are talking a lot about vaccination right now, at one point when BRAC was building its poultry industry and a lot of vaccination was required, it was we didn't have the cold storage chain throughout the country, right? So we needed a very affordable and very practical solution of carrying vaccines for poultry. So one of the local insights came that if you carry the vaccine inside a banana, it actually has the temperature to keep the vaccine safe for a certain time. So that's why it's scalable, because it's really practical. It's driven from the solutions are designed from the community insights, and it's relevant to people's life. So I would say that's what differentiates BRAC, and that's why it has been BRAC's models have been adopted in many countries. Although physically we are present in 11 countries, as I mentioned earlier, but our ultra poor graduation model, which provides people a graduation approach in 24 months, has been adopted in more than 40 countries in the world, because the solutions are really pragmatic and grounded. Over to you.
Beautiful answer. It's amazing to know the how these the problems, community problems, the solutions within the community itself, and the ownership within the community. That how the power of community builds, and that goes decades after decades. Thank you so much for the answer, Apu. And going to Shamim Bhai, these particular brand also evolved with the community building, as you have mentioned, from the post liberation, the concept, the concept itself is been so hard to establish, and over the 46 years you have been continuously working towards family planning awareness and innovated a lot of different products itself. So would you please tell our viewers regarding the targeted market approach, and also in the contraceptive sectors you have different range of products for different category of people. The thought behind all of these differentiations with our viewers today. Yeah, you need to unmute yourself.
Yes. Yeah. So contraceptive marketing is one of the most interesting and I guess challenging part of my career. It's not easy to market or talk about condoms, pills, where we still have taboo about all these things. And also this market is still, I would say, very price sensitive. And also the perception of the value generated by using contraceptive, not only as in like preventing birth or kind of preventing AIDS and STD and HIV. So people initially they absolutely had no clue what STD and HIV was, and also there were a lot of religious or I would say mythological taboos around these issues. So SMC, with the help of USAID and PSI, two big and very I guess one of the largest development agency in the world, they helped us help SMC with their technical know-how, with the communication expertise, and SMC successfully started its journey. There were not much media back then. I'm talking about TV channels or digital was not even there. I think only one or two TV channel exist, and also radio was there. So initially, to get at all the message, this situation was complex. So and also, as I said, the country was kind of falling into poverty, and there were so many issues to deal with. So during that time, it was a huge challenge. So they had to go to door, work with the communities, with the key opinion leaders. Despite a lot of resistance and I'd say even resistance within the policymakers, SMC kind of began working with the government sectors, developing the policies, developing family planning policies. Also, there's a few other development agencies also joined the fight with SMC. I think PSI, USAID, FHI is still there, and so for decades, STD, HIV, and again the population, family planning programs has been going on in conjunction with all these private and public agencies, and communicating the distribution, the supply chain, the managing or maintaining the quality. That was also a challenge because Bangladesh is not one of the largest producer of latex. So all these condoms had to be imported from foreign countries, and we have sold, I guess, more than billions of condoms. So we never had a single or major issues with the condoms. That was also a challenge. So communication challenge, ensuring the maintaining and keeping the quality, also keeping the price affordable with the quality product was a huge challenge, which SMC has successfully, I think, implemented for over decades. And all these programs have been contributing to, I think, national GDP, had a huge impact on the growth of the nation. We during COVID also, probably our viewers and you guys are aware that there was a rise in baby birth. It was booming in few countries. So we also faced some sort of situation here, though we don't have much data. Also, due to the prioritizing, due to the health priorities and also other priorities, a lot of people fallen into economic depression. Their priority changed. And also there was huge congestion in importing condoms. The price has been going up. So communication has been a challenge, but the supply chain, maintaining quality, distributing this product to every corner in the country, because this is an essential product. And if we need to continue pushing for the balance, pushing for the the right messages, and also have an increase in contraceptive usage. So we have to keep our we have to keep fighting. And also there are contraceptives which are long term. There are contraceptives which are injectables. So in every front we had faced a lot of challenges in recent times. So but I think we are still at the forefront of this with our programs, with our consumer marketing, with our distribution challenges. So we are up to our task, and thank you.
No, it's beautiful. I have been reading also that how you have maintained each and every condom's quality intact with the pressure test and everything. So thank you so much, Shamim Bhai. I'm going to Sajjad Bhai regarding the we are talking about how each of the brand evolved over the period of time. Likewise, Grameen Phone itself also evolved from Polyphone to prepaid service. to different, and now to the digital services and a lot more interesting services, streaming, and helping the youths and programs and skill set. So every time it comes up with a solution with the problems or the concurrent times, something, and also to some extent some futuristic solution they also come up with. So would you please tell us, our viewers today, how it has been working in the back end to actually adapt the problems which are coming, that is visionized, and the solution that has been so timely?
Yes, thank you, Mahzabin Apu. As I said, one of our mission is to deliver what matters most to our customers, and to deliver that expectation, we do a lot of analysis, research, market research activities, and also different sorts of data analytics are analyzed. Data insights are analyzed to understand the trends, the customer needs, the behavior, the different segments that we deal with. As you know that having an 82 million customer base, it's not a one size fits for all approach. We need to know our segments. We need to know each and every, the way they use our services, the way they are using in the daily lives, and also how in future the technology can benefit to their development. In this aspect, you see that how we are continuously changing from a basic connectivity provider to a more of a digital lifestyle partner. As I mentioned, that initially it was more of voice connectivity, and now we are looking into more and more partnerships these days. One of and this is to solve different problems of the society. So last year we were really engaged when this pandemic hit us, with different partners and government agencies, private agencies, on how to help our nation cope with this virus and build awareness. Here, I'm also glad that Moutushi is here. We partnered with BRAC with the program Dakche Amar Desh, where we supported the families who were distressed during the COVID period and lost their livelihoods in terms of the shutdowns and lockdowns. At the same time, in recent days, again this lockdown has come, and we are again working with different agencies and government and private and A2I, how we can build the awareness. We are bringing experts to talk about these COVID do's and don'ts in our social media and digital channels. We are distributing masks to our partners so that they can distribute it to our customers, and at the same time various awareness sessions. We dedicated our channels to the COVID awareness. So that's the concurrent need, because we do understand that we have half of the Bangladesh population connected with us. We have a responsibility to aware the customers. Whereas on the other side, you see that the way people are using technology these days, they are really mixing and matching it in different ways. And that's how we need to be really contextual in our ways. We are bringing this, our MyGP service, and this is one of the major drive that we are doing now, is how we can deliver services sitting at your home. So you'll be glad to know that MyGP app itself delivers 96% of the telecom services right at the fingerprint of the customer. You don't need to travel anywhere for these services. It is right available in your app. And that is the same we are working with our channels, the retailers, the 500,000 retailers we work with. We are trying to digitize their way of work as well with our application, so that they can get the information, the campaigns, the products, the sales, the commissions right in the app, so that they are not challenged in the physical world due to this COVID and lockdowns and everything. So that's how we are continuously trying to evolve with the customer needs. Today, the streaming, this entertainment is a big business or big demand as well from customers, and we are one of the apps that can directly, from our MyGP app, you can browse these streaming services, these sports. So you don't need to leave anywhere to any other applications. You can do so. This requires a lot of partnership mixing and matching, lateral thinking and lateral innovation. And that's the future of marketing, I would say, in the technology world, that how you can co-create together to satisfy the common customers based on their needs, based on their behaviors. And that is the new way of marketing as well. Mazmin Apu.
Yeah, thank you, Bhaiya. That's a very good point you have told our viewers today about co-creating things and giving as much meaningful as partnerships to the community to actually help combat the recent situation we are in. And as because Sajjad Bhai has started about talking about COVID, my next question is of course about the COVID, and also we have seen that unfortunately COVID, the pandemic itself has reversed our socioeconomic system a bit two or three steps behind, as we all know, because we are almost in a KPI of this 50% or 48%, but because of COVID 19 pandemic, we have been reversed back, and a lot of people are more going into the below poverty lane and this. So I already know BRAC has 2 years plan to actually combat the situation, but our viewers would like to know more about how they are planning the next 2-3 years to combat this reverse situation caused by pandemic.
Thank you, Mahzabin. I think ever since the pandemic started, we actually deployed our full strength. Our more than 100,000 field force and volunteers were active in the field, not only to raise health awareness, but also supporting people in building economic resilience, giving syndromic surveillance, working in partnership with the government. So currently what we are doing now, since the government has identified 35 high-risk districts in the border areas, we have started an initiative called Community Fort, Corona Protirodhe Samajik Durgo. That means building community resilience, because our learning has been that we can do communication through above the channels like television, like press or social media, but it really comes down to engagement with the community. And this comes from our learning from the very successful oral saline campaign that BRAC run around in that around 78, 79. Because if you remember the famous television commercial of Teen Angular Activity Lobon Ek Mutho Gur, that oral rehydration solution that helped to curb child mortality in Bangladesh. BRAC actually went door to door to 13 million households with frontline healthcare workers, and that conversation of our frontline healthcare workers actually help turn behaviors. So we are applying the same learning now to prevent and resist COVID. Our frontline healthcare worker, in partnership with more than 40 local NGOs, are going to the community, talking to people and explaining them why mask wearing is important, explaining to them what are the symptoms, and not only that, they're also distributing free masks. Because what we have seen is it sometimes it's not about willingness, it's a question of affordability as well. And when we go to nationwide and talk to our people, many people don't have the affordability to buy masks. So we are also in partnership with many donors. We are providing free masks to the community. And what we have realized is the pandemic is not just a health challenge. For countries like Bangladesh, it's an economic challenge, especially people who are day laborers, especially people who depend on daily income. Measures like lockdown or social distance means that they lose their livelihoods. So we are focusing on looking at it in two ways: short term or immediate cash assistance or food support. So as Sajjad Bhai mentioned, we ran a food assistance campaign where we provided 1,500 taka to families for 2 weeks sustenance, and we are actually thinking about starting that again due to the recent pandemic. So this is a short-term measure, but in the long term, the pandemic's effect is far-reaching, right? So we are also focusing on solutions that will be needed once we come out of the pandemic, creating more livelihoods, giving people the economic means to start their businesses, especially the small entrepreneurs. So our microfinance program is working very closely with the small entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs who need that financial capital in this moment of crisis to rebuild their business. So in terms of our development solution, and I'll just summarize, so we are applying a diverse and integrated solution that focuses on not only health but also economic resilience of people, and looking at other rights-based approach like how to combat gender-based violence in this situation, how do we ensure children have education when schools are closed. So our education program has actually started giving education through mobile. We have an early childhood development program which has started running program on radio. So the whole approach is how do we take the solution to people. So looking at an obstacle, how do we find a way? So be it health, education, gender rights or economy, we try to find a solution that will work and help people to turn around their lives.
Thank you, Apu. Very well said regarding the diversified resilience solutions BRAC is working towards recover the post-pandemic situation in the coming 2-3 years. So two things we have very important. Sajjad Bhai talked about co-creations and Apu talked about regarding the door-to-door awareness work like magic over the period of time. These two has been done in SMC case as well. Shamim Bhai, as we all know, that oral solution has been done in collaboration with both BRAC and the SMC Salden itself. So in the contraceptive area, as you have mentioned in your first set of conversation, that the baby boom is the situation in the corona situation, and SMC in particular has a big role to play, and it has been playing the role already. So in the coming 2 years, how you are actually taking measures to combat this baby boom situation in terms of awareness, and what kind of communications you are building up to actually combat this situation in the coming 1 or 2 years, Bhaiya?
I'll just touch upon the COVID issues for a minute or so. We first, when the pandemic started, and we first ensured the safety for our own people. So we let them work from home, and of course our field force in programs and also people in sales, they are the front runners, and they keep the company alive. So we facilitated their work, their safety. We ensured extended all sort of support to them. We have a couple of manufacturing units. We ensured all kind of supports to them. And during pandemic, we also launched a couple of CSR campaign along with government and also public sector agencies. We also give away a lot of now the mask and sanitizers were very essentials in the beginning. People nowadays they don't carry the sanitizers and all, but we keep pushing with our messages, and also from all the communication platforms. We also keep talking about the importance of using mask and washing hands and disinfecting the surfaces on your hands. So we launched our hand washes also last year in a very short span of time, and also kept that very affordable for a low and middle income group. And the contraceptive usage, we are it's still very early to comment that whether the usage has been reduced, and also we don't have much data that the baby birth is in serious rise, but we have some sort of data that reflects or supports this claim. And we are also doing our own research, so hopefully we'll be able to tell you more about it. Well, for the next 2 years, whether there is a third or fourth or fifth wave, we will keep distributing our product to the most hard to reach area, and we'll ensure that our product is available. We will definitely continue to ensure all the technical quality check, technical aspect of the product, so that the product is delivered very safely. And of course, we'll also ensure the best quality at affordable price. That's our mission and vision. And in terms of communication, because it's very important to also understand the priority, the consumer's situation, their mindset, also their fear, and also their priority in life. So we are planning. We are actually kind of developing more pragmatic and also inspiring communications, which will address the issues, but also keeping that in mind that people have got other priorities too. They're fearful. They're staying at home. Some people are working in field despite COVID, and they have to keep feeding their family. So people's priority change. Their preference of media has changed. People are there's been a huge shift in media. I mean, people are now on phone more than ever. People, even the children, are on tab. But though, children are of course not our target group in this particular case, but we have got other products. So we are observing this shift. Very interesting time, very kind of interesting, as well as very challenging time for marketeers. So we are designing our communication in a way so that people get inspired, and they still continue to take all the preventive measures, because even during pandemic, the getting pregnant is not always kind of a safe option for a lot of people going to the hospitals or delivering babies. And there has been a huge precedence of unwanted pregnancies. Then there are further trouble for them. So but we have to be also very empathetic. We have to be very practical, and as well as kind of very culture oriented as well. So this is a challenge for us. So we are designing our communication in a way that is congruent with our strategy, and also the media preference. We are keeping that in mind. The mobile phone, and also the BCC campaigns or one-to-one communication, IPCs. Also, since we are a hybrid company, we are a pharmaceutical company as well. So we still visit doctors or visit hospitals. And we also communicate with a lot of traders, and SMC has a lot of private clinics targeted towards low and middle income group. Those are like Booster clinics, Nil Tara clinics, even long-acting methods of the injectables. Those are provided from those centers. So all these operations we are maintaining, which is a huge challenge, but we are maintaining it to our best, and with the support of communication, with our full effort. I have full faith that SMC will continue to ensure address the population birth control or family planning programs in next 2-3 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. That was really very, very inspiring and promising as well. So we are almost a very end of our show, in the last set of conversations we are in. And that is one of my favorite, as because we are in a Superbrands show. So we'll talk about a bit of communication, marketing, and these three of the brands is the pillar of our country who has set examples of innovative communication and marketing. So going to Moutushi going to Sajjad Bhai regarding the communications. So Grameen Phone has set the benchmark of communications since its inception. So I myself is a marketing professional. I have learned a lot of communication hacks, skills from Grameen Phone's communication. Since from 1997 to 2021, we have seen a lot of innovative marketing approaches that has been set by Grameen Phone. So today, as in a Superbrands show itself, firstly, a short summary of the brand storytelling to our viewers, and how Superbrands has been, the acclaim itself is adding value to this brand. You tell us to our viewers, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Mahzabin. I think brands is all about how the customer sees us and how we want our customers to be perceived. So, and this brand is all about empowering their lives, empowering societies, and connecting them. So and at the same time, marketing evolves around that line. Gone with the days, I think, marketing has been really simple in terms of that, we run some tvcs, we run some slogans, brand campaigns, and we do some activations here and there, and those are evolving to a very radical shift. Today customers are, they are visiting so many places in websites, in apps, in digital e-commerce stores, and that gives us enormous opportunity to communicate with them, and that is the essence. At the same time, customers have a unique need of they want the brands to identify them, to know them better than ever. Today, a customer visiting a website, e-commerce, or even a entertainment service like Netflix, they expect that the service provider or the brand will know me, my needs, and accordingly present or market products to me. And that is a huge challenge for the marketeers, and at the same time a huge opportunity if we can satisfy them. And that's how marketing is now today more of insights, analytics, how customers are visiting different channels, when and how they're spending their times, which are their preferred products, which are their preferred network. Those actually empowers the brand, and that is the new era of marketing. How well you can understand the customers and then present your product, brand and product to them to satisfy their personal needs. As I said that we have a little bit of advantage here as a technology company. We can understand our customer a bit better than the regular consumer brands, and present them digitally what they're looking for. Even when a customer is calling a call center, he or she expects that my entire the profile will be known to you, and you will be serving me to the complaints or to the services I'm asking for. For example, last year we launched a service called Sign Line, which is a service for the profoundly deaf customers, because they cannot access the regular call center or the regular way. We provided a video service to them that uses the sign line to communicate with them, and that's how we are working with the marketing channels to really communicate them. At the same time, you see, app marketing is a big way now, more effective than the TV media, or how we are, because people are more spending time in their smartphones and small screen, and how you are actually capturing those insights and showcasing your products and services to them. That is the essence, and the future will evolve around it. Regarding the super brands, I think this is an enormous recognition. We are humbly honored to be part of this super brand recognition platform. This actually inspires us to be more responsible towards our customers, towards the brand. And it also gives us a lot of passion to do more, to differentiate more, to bring new services to our customers, and to be ahead of the curve in the technology arena. So that's a huge recognition for us, and we are really honored to the Superbrands team for this claim.
Yeah, thank you so much. Superbrands is always very glad to have brands like Grameenphone, BRAC, and SMC to be on this platform, because it actually enriches the platform and give the aspire brands to learn and know how the brands being the super brand. Thank you so much, Sajjad Bhai. Going to Moutushi Apu, just before adding what values it carries, the super brand tag itself to the BRAC. Before that, viewers are everybody wants to learn or know a bit of the evolve, as we have seen that BRAC's marketing is more of a door-to-door awareness, and now we see a combination of a bit of traditional, of course digital is there, and because as we have seen over the period of times, BRAC has been a bit of media shy of traditional things. Now it's been around 5-6 6 7 years down the line, we have seen a shift. It's more coming to the media, talking about different things. And so tell us a bit about this evolve, and then to the super brand stack of to the brand itself.
Sure. I think it boils down to what does BRAC stand for, because it's a very unique brand. And I again like to quote Abid Bhai, our founder, who said BRAC stands for an idea. BRAC stands for an idea of a world where everybody has the potential, everybody has the opportunity to realize their potential. So in terms of conventional marketing or communication, we don't operate with the objective to promote ourselves. We operate with the objective to motivate people, to influence people, to build this world, a world that is equitable for everyone, regardless of their gender, regardless of their economic position. So in terms of reaching out to the community, that's why social media has been playing a very important role in how we reach to the community and how we start conversations around important topics, like raising awareness against violence against women and children, raising awareness against sexual abuse, or even raising awareness about the pandemic. So how do we reach people? Of course, door to door in the community level is always a very important method, but again, we are a very young nation demographically, and we know that the behavior and how people consume information, what channels they're receiving the information from, no one can deny the power of social media and the reach of social media, especially to engage the youth in the conversation. So that's why you will see that we are going into a multiple channels to people. So with the objective that can we start that dialogue, and influence mindset around important social issues that BRAC works in. I think in terms, we are again absolutely humble to receive the Superbrands brand awards, but just the brand recognition itself doesn't add value or mean anything. But in a way, it means that we need to have more people on this platform. We need to have more people recognizing this idea that BRAC stands for. I think in that way, this the awards and recognition support us, and it also is a great accolade to our co-workers, the frontliners who are in the field working with the community, helping them to turn around their lives. So it's a homage to the hard work and commitment to our frontline workers, and I thank Superbrand for that.
Thank you so much, Apu. Going to Shamim Bhai, regarding the brand storytelling of SMC contraceptives, especially we have seen that each of the product has its story to tell, and it is scattered so beautifully according to the target group. In a marketing community, it has been always appreciated the way it has been communicated towards a target group. In terms of its brands called Hero, Panther, You and Me, and different kind of brands. Tell us a bit about, because we don't have much time, bit about this brand storytelling approach to our viewers. Then the super brands carries what value to the brand itself. You have to unmute yourself.
Yes, we have got a few legendary brands. Like when I was a child, I saw Raja, Porcelain all over the place. We were on TV and whatever media was available back then. So those are really powerful brands, and which actually put SMC on the map. But again, the there has been evolution. I would say some revolution also happened in the market in terms of buying power, in terms of preference. So we have, I think, evolved very nicely over time. So we cater to different, target groups. We once, had product which was, one size fits for all. Now, we have got a product which sells for 3 taka to 100 taka. So we have a product at par with Durex, which is a world leader in terms of quality and price, and we have a very affordable product for a rickshaw puller. So in that way, we have generated value, and I guess we have kind of a full range of product to cater to the needs of all people from all walks of life. And communication has been also evolved. I think we have been innovative, and this innovation definitely comes from inside. Insights are nothing but reality. So we have been very, I think, realistic, kind of very much in touch in what is happening in the market. And so those innovative campaigns you have probably seen was a result of the insight and deep diving into analytics. And as I was mentioning before, during COVID time, people's priority changed, their media preferences shifted. So we are still kind of in the phase of developing our communication. Had a few setbacks in terms of supply chain and demand supply issues. So we have overcome that. We have learned to survive the COVID, and people are kind of more resilient now. I'm talking about our field force, talking about all the people who are managing this huge distribution and the supply chain thing. So I mean, as a whole, we are SMC is now more stronger than ever. So our communication and all the services we have been providing, we are ensuring that these are properly communicated, our efforts are properly communicated, our products are properly distributed, and the communications are right in place in right media where people will see us, will be exposed to our communication and our fight to keep the address the population issue will be always there. And also Superbrand, thanks for recognizing us. Recognition is always a motivating thing, and I must thank you on behalf of my management, on behalf of my board. So SMC has been a very unique company. It's been a great honor to be part of this journey. And Superbrands and all these awards, accolades we received has been always very instrumental in helping us to improve lives of millions of people we are working for. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shamim Bhai. I think I have missed asking Sajjad Bhai regarding the brand preparation for the future post-pandemic era. Sajjad Bhai, could you please touch upon this very important issue from the GP aspect?
Thank you, Abu. This is a very important point. I think here Superbrands is an amazing platform to talk about this. How do we prepare as brands for the post-pandemic era? I think one couple of experiences I would like to share is this is a very VUCA world. I mean, it is very vulnerable and unpredictable. We don't know what will happen in the future, and this is something that we all are a bit concerned and also preparing. I think one of the main aspects in future will be no brand alone can actually succeed and satisfy the demand of the customers and community. So the power of partnering together is immense, and it opens up enormous opportunities and for the society as a whole. And I would like to again re-emphasize the power of co-creation together, because we have seen that when we were working in isolation, things, I mean, we don't have all the answers. So the co-creation power. The second point is obviously the importance of reskilling our entire society, employees, the power of knowledge, because we see that more and more we are getting into this new way of work, and a lot of new skills are required. Today we all are working from home, and entire operation is running sitting at home. So the power of knowledge and learning new things and adapting to the new technologies is really indispensable in terms of navigating through the COVID world. And lastly, I would say that the brands really need to modernize themselves, because today you see that the world, we don't know what the new world is waiting for us, what is in future. We might see worse, we might see better, but we have to prepare for worse. And we are into this new way of work, which is the digital way of work. We all need to modernize to the extent we got this 2-3 years lead in this COVID. When it comes to digitization, we need to continue this. We need to take this beyond current level and see how we can really move as a digital Bangladesh to fulfill the goals that we have set for the nation. So this is a fantastic platform to take these messages forward and also work together as brands. How can we build a better Bangladesh in the post-pandemic era? Thank you, Mahzabin.
Thank you so much. I think it's important we actually take forward whatever learnings we have during this COVID time, digital ways and hygiene ways. We should keep continue doing so that we don't have to face another pandemic in 100 years of time. So that was very, very inspiring and promising. I myself learned a lot and inspired from these three brand pillars of our country. Thank you so very much for your time and for sharing your amazing brand stories with our viewers. That is all for today. Thank you, viewers, for connecting with us. Next week, we'll be connecting again with three or four of the another amazing super brands of Bangladesh. Till then, let's stay safe, be at home as much as possible. Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you.